Yeah.
Well, I thought we were done. I genuinely thought coming back, I was like, we're done. I was like, I've been on a date with another girl. I felt disloyal.
This is how it's perceived, is that I solidified things with him because of the date and because of the jealousy, and that is not true. We were gonna have sex regardless.
Welcome back to another episode of Reality. Since I've been gone, I've had this. This is really good. The Reality TV Podcast of the Year in 2022. And look, the year's not done yet, so it's only right that we speak about the reality show that I've been watching recently. That is Too Hot to Handle on Netflix. Now, I'll be real with you. This was my first time watching Too Hot to Handle, and it's really good. I'm personally sad that it's only 10 episodes. But I enjoyed it, so we're going to get into all the gossip and all the drama right now with Seb and Kayla, everybody!
Yay! Big up!
Welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
How are you?
Can I just say, these outfits, it's looking very coordinated. It's looking very planned.
He just copies my drip.
No, that's a lie.
Really?
No. Well, tell the truth. So actually, on the show, right, this is a bit of intel right now. If you look closely, every night we're matching.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
We
Yeah.
coordinate our outfits.
He would come to my closet and be like, "What color are you wearing?"
Really?
Even before she knew I was coordinating.
He was doing it on his own, and then I
That's
realized
how in
it.
sync you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I fancied the pants off of her.
Fancy.
Fancied or fancy?
Fancy, but I'm talking on the show. Fancy the pants off of you.
Doghouse.
No, I'm sorry. See, I'm actually a little
In
scared.
the doghouse. In the doghouse. Now, in the beginning, you guys didn't know you were on Too Hot to Handle, did you?
No.
Not at all. Wow. The show put so much effort into Wild Love, and obviously because I love the sound of Wild Love.
Yeah.
I hope one day Netflix put a show out there like Wild Love.
And what was the concept of that show that was pitched to you, Wild Love?
It was adrenaline-filled dates, right? And that was obviously right up my street, obviously because of racing. I was like, you know what? This makes sense, and that's why they want me, because racing driver, adrenaline-filled dates, can't do relationships. Like, that's perfect, you know what I mean? So I was,
Kayla's like, what do you mean you can't do
oh no, I've heard
relationships?
some things about Kayla too. Don't,
Oh.
okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I was like, that is up my street. And then obviously when the announcement came out that it was Too Hot to Handle, it was like mixed emotions. Because a part of me was like, I knew of Too Hot to Handle, obviously.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, wow, this could potentially be life-changing.
Yeah.
But also, I really want to do challenges.
Yeah.
So I was a bit like, oh, I'm missing out on the challenges. But we're on like one of the biggest shows in the world.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
And you obviously found out that, you weren't allowed to kiss, you weren't allowed to do anything else other than kissing. How did that make you feel? I know that your reactions were just like, what the F?
Oh, yeah. No swearing in this podcast, right?
You can swear if you want to.
Oh, I'm a potty mouth, so just tell me now.
Be a potty mouth.
Oh, God.
We like potty
Don't
mouths.
say that. I need to, right, I'll watch it.
Well, for me, it was like, oh my God, I'm on Too Hot to Handle. I've been a fan of this show forever. Like, I was a
Really?
fangirl, 110%. Like, I was that girl that like.
You were
sat
fangirling
and
yourself
watched,
because you were on the show now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, I am the girl that I wanted to be, which is really cool. I feel like 12-year-old me would be really proud.
Yeah, so there's the, oh my gosh, I'm on Too Hot to Handle, and oh my gosh, I can't have sex for however I'm on this show for.
Yeah, and then I was like, damn, wait, I actually like someone here though, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll just you. I was like, maybe I'll
But
just
you-
disregard
hold on,
it.
in the beginning, you guys were in very different places right at the start. You were talking to Nigel.
Yeah, I was with Nigel, and he was with Jawa.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Nigel. What attracted you to him in the beginning?
Well, Nigel is just like my on paper stereotypical type.
Why are you
He's my type
sighing?
too, to be fair.
I mean, Nigel's everybody's type. Like, let's be real, Nigel's everybody's type. You know what I mean? He's your mom's type, your auntie's type, your cousin's type. He's probably your brother's
Not be my
type.
mum's type.
Like,
Yeah.
but honestly, now I have a really good friendship with him. That's what it turned
So you
into more. It was
friend
like,
zoned.
yes.
Fine.
Yes.
And it happens in life. Sometimes you just get
Well,
friends.
I mean,
Nigel's living with us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. With me.
With the
so
boys.
It's Creed, Nigel, and
Oh,
myself.
cool.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Really good.
Boys' house.
But yeah, when he did me kind of dirty on the show, I was just like, yeah, I expected that. Look at you. I'm going to move on.
And I was like that.
But did you expect it though?
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, you guys went on
Boys
that
are
day.
predictable.
Okay, so you just don't have trust in boys in
No.
general. So you feel like because he's
Hey.
so you feel like because he's a pretty boy, it's like, oh, he would have done that. I expected that from him.
Oh, no right. Like, it was not like
Really?
the biggest shocker. I was like, really? But yeah, of course.
You
And
got
I mean,
over it quite
Dominique,
quickly.
come on. Dominique is stunning.
Yeah,
She's stunning.
she is. And with Jawa,
Yeah.
well, you both broke rules actually
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Yeah,
first
we did. You know
couple of
what?
episodes.
You know the relief I had
Yeah.
when I found out that Kayla broke rules.
Because you said, we can break rules together, and that's exactly what you did. But we'll get into that, but fine, Jawa.
I was so relieved when Kayla broke the rules, because when I broke rules with Jawa, obviously at the time it was great. But I really, really wanted Kayla, right? So I was like, oh no, I've maybe cop blocked myself, like, you know. And then Jawa here broke rules with Nick on the same day.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, okay, I'm really in a pickle now, because I've cop blocked myself with Kayla. Jawa here is also with Nick. So I was like, right, I'm kind of screwed right now. So then when Kayla broke rules with Nigel and Lana announced it, I was like, okay, game on.
Yeah.
Because now I don't look like a dick.
Wow.
So that's how it was.
Yeah.
And
So I was kind of
Kayla,
relieved.
can we talk about how you had all the options in the world on that show? Like, you had all the options. Any guy you wanted, choom, I could have you.
I
Choom,
think-
I can have you. But were you aware? Did you know that everyone was onto you? What was the energy? What was the vibe like for you?
So for me, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm a Libra. I feel like I've mastered like the art of seduction. And like, if I want a man, he will want me.
Yeah.
And I came in there wanting everybody, so they all wanted me. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Did you know I wanted you at the start?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Don't
I
give me.
did.
How?
How?
Yeah.
Did you say?
Oh, she's great.
What were you doing that for?
How did you? I'm getting a bit like. How did you know?
You better explain yourself.
Yeah. How did you know that I found it? I liked you from the start?
He fancied the hell. Okay, this is how I knew that Seb liked me. I knew that Seb liked me because Seb is not a shy boy. And he does not trip over his words, and he knows what to say, and he's smooth. But then when I walk in the room and he wants to tell me something, he's like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
Like, he loses his words when he was around me.
Really?
And I was like, I make him nervous. I was like, I like him.
This is so funny,
I
right?
like
And why
him.
do you like that? Because that gives you a bit of power, doesn't
I
it?
love it. I love it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, I can see how he was talking to every other girl, super comfortable. If I make you a little uncomfortable,
Yeah.
then I must be different.
It was funny because at the start the girls were like, "Oh, like we can't pinpoint Seb. It just seems like he fancies everyone." And I just turned around and was like, "Nah." I was like, "The girl I fancy,
She knows.
it's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious the girl I fancy." And everyone was like, "What? What? Who does he fancy?"
and we just stood there and stared at each other.
She knew, to be fair. She was like, "I know who," and she actually turned around and said to the girls,
Yeah.
"I know who he fancies."
I know who he fancies, but I didn't say
That was
anything.
hot.
Wow. And I think, was it episode 2 where you guys finally hopped in bed together? I
2 or
think?
3?
2 or 3.
2 or 3, I
Two-
believe.
yeah, either episode 2
Yeah.
or 3. And I think you obviously did that because that was just like, Nigel, goodbye. You know, was that why you did it? Just to kind of show Nigel that, look, you know, you're not treating me like this.
Well-
I'm moving on.
Well, for me, it's like, it was hard, right? Because then I got into bed with Nigel, but I wasn't set on Nigel. And I had other options I was still exploring, like James. I wanted to get to know Seb. I was talking to Creed. So I wanted to hop around.
Busy girl.
And it's just what I wanted to do. But then once I got into bed with Seb, literally, like our little night chat, I was like, yeah, I'm never leaving. And I still haven't.
Wow.
And I love a cuddle.
Okay.
I love a cuddle. So
Yeah.
like, it was nice
So
to
you
finally get my arm
enjoyed
tickled.
cuddles. And can we talk about how hard it was to dodge Lana? Like, was it really hard to like,
We couldn't.
really?
Yeah, we could.
I don't
we-
even know if we tried to dodge her.
So did you try, like,
Well,
were you
we-
able to break any rules that Lana just didn't clock onto? Like, any, like, kisses underneath the, like, oh.
I mean, we tried to maybe be a bit subtle, but it didn't really work.
Really?
Lana sees
But how
everything.
does she see everything?
Everything.
There's
She
literally-
watches.
there's
She
even
looks at
mini
shitting.
ones.
She what?
There's even mini, like Lana's.
What?
They were everywhere.
Everywhere.
Really?
It's like the all-seeing eye.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wild.
Everywhere. Even in the toilet where like you shit. She's there. I kid you not. I'm sitting there trying to keep my face straight, like trying to squeeze one out, but keep my face like,
Because Lana's watching. What?
oh god.
No way. And obviously, you know, first night you guys are in bed, are you tempted?
Oh no!
The
Like
first
he was.
temptation.
I was well tempted.
Oh well, he was just such a gentleman. He was such a
But the thing is, you two are both rule breakers.
Yeah,
We've established this at this point. So it's bound to happen.
Yes,
I am a gentleman.
But not the first night.
I am a gentleman. And you know what? I was raised well. But sometimes it just got too hard. Pardon the pun.
Yeah. Too hard.
Too hard.
Wow.
Too hard to handle.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And I feel like from a very early stage, we start to see the sexual tension between you two growing and just growing and growing.
You know what? The turning point was that painting workshop with Shan. I was okay. I was doing away with it until the painting workshop. And I was like, you know what? We actually I heard how she orgasms. Believe it or not.
Wow, did
No,
you?
genuinely. So Shan makes no. So Shan in the workshop, Shan's like, right, you need to release your sexual energy through like an orgasm noise. So what you do, you can do this with us.
They were having us moan like together.
So you have to go, and I heard her do it. And I heard her do that, and I was like,
that triggered you off.
That
didn't
triggered me.
You said, I have to experience that.
Yeah, and also when she was painting, she was like all over me and stuff. I actually got a boner.
They showed it.
They kind of showed it a bit. She was like, I think you've got something in your pants. Listen, darling, what do you mean something? I was like, there's more than just something.
So how tense does it get? Because obviously, look, you're getting quite horny in there, whatever.
Yeah.
Was there ever a point where you just said, you know what? I'm just gonna relieve by myself somewhere in the toilet.
I was too embarrassed.
by myself. Was it? What was it? It must have been tempting.
I was
though.
so embarrassed. Yeah, I know, but see, like, but imagine just
You must have
sitting
been
there.
going crazy because you are around so many
Yeah.
beautiful people. And you're not just like, I need to just maybe sort this out by myself in private, then
Yeah.
come back.
I would
So I've not
love-
got those
But
temptations
that's a
anymore.
rule break as well.
That's a rule break too.
Oh,
but the thing is, imagine.
But
right?
Lana might not.
Yeah, but the thing is, how like I would have felt so perverted doing that,
And then,
like,
and then Lana
imagine
tells
that.
everyone.
Like, yeah, like you go off, sneak to the bathroom, right? Look around and just bash on it, and then Lana like calls you out in the group, like, yeah, by the way, like self-pleasuring. You'd feel like such a weirdo, like dirty.
You wouldn't want to be that
You would
one.
have got the ick. You're like, what?
Yeah.
You just
like-
went off and done it yourself.
I was better rule break with Jawa than to rule break by yourself.
Yeah, that's the ick,
Yeah.
man. You couldn't do
That's
that.
the ick,
You
for
could,
sure.
Yeah.
But imagine this snake, and everyone would go much angrier because it's like you're not even experiencing like a genuine connection with somebody else. Like it's with Pam and her five sisters.
Yeah, it's with yourself, literally. And I think it was episode 2 where I think you guys broke a few rules and cost the team 18,000. Like the money kept on dropping at this point, and I said, guys, do you not love money? Like, do you not care about the money that you could possibly get? Obviously, it's not just about that. It's also about like, were your other teammates not fuming at you? Were they not like,
yeah.
Yeah.
what the hell? Like,
Creed was the only guy that laughed.
Yeah, everyone.
was everyone
And
just
I
like,
do.
But see, I don't know what was up because we broke a lot of rules in the beginning, but
Yeah.
then everyone to break rules after us, it just seemed to be like fine and dandy. But we got like ignored for hours and stuff. But I think it was just because we did a lot at
so
once.
people actually ignored you? Was it quite like tense in there?
Oh, mate,
They're like-
we went too far.
Really?
We went too
Yeah.
far. It got to a stage where it was no longer like enjoyable for us. It was like, you know what?
Awkward.
Like we're breaking up relationships. Like other relationships were falling apart because of us, because of our actions.
People were
like,
pissed.
Britain wanted to so bad.
And we're just out here going
We're
willy nilly,
spending-
doing whatever the hell we want.
We're spending their
And
money.
then we're like, wait, it is actual real money too, and we have a chance of winning if we stop spending money.
The first 50% didn't feel so bad. I don't know about you, but the first 50% of the money, right? You
Yeah.
started off with 200. Like the first 50% felt fine because it was like, you know what, 100 grand, that's still fine.
Yeah.
See, when we like went south of that 100 grand, it was like, okay, this is starting to
It's
hurt.
like now it's like,
Yeah.
are we winning 50p at this point? Because what is going
Yeah,
on?
exactly.
Literally. And then Flavia walked in and obviously took you on a date.
That was tough, man.
That looked tough for you.
That was tough. And you know what? You know why?
Tough for him.
It looked for both of you.
Yeah. No, but see, the thing is, right? Old Seb, bear in mind, I'd only known Kayla a few days here, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, your head starts doing crazy stuff. Like, you're like, you know, is she really going to stay with me? Does she really like me? Like, this girl seems to really like me, like, on the date. And I was like, what the hell do I do? The old Seb was genuinely screaming
Yeah.
to get out. And I was like, no, I can't. And this was the first hurdle You all right?
Yeah.
No, because
This is
you know what, Kayla was really emotional. You were
Yeah, I
crying.
know, I
You were
know.
so upset.
Yeah, and it was really emotional to watch it again, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. And then to actually watch his date where he's just fawning over her extremely hard. Was not fun at all. But he had to kind of go through the same thing when I went on a date with Sean.
Yeah, you did.
I would say, but not fully. But it's okay.
But you looked like you were about to give in. You even said to her, like, you are my type.
They were about this close.
You know what? She is my type. But the thing is, here's the thing, right? I was like, you know what? This is the first hurdle, like genuine hurdle, that I was like, this is going to be the point where either I can just ignore what Shan and Brendan have had to say so far and just do what I normally usually do, or I can actually try and change. So I was like, I really want to. And the thing is with Kayla, I was like, I'd never felt like that. So I was like, your emotions are heightened too. So I was like, nah, you know what? This is the point where I am not going to do what I usually do. And I'm actually going to make a conscious decision to stay loyal. Whether it comes around and bites me on the bum or not, I was like, I'm staying loyal. And whether it does or doesn't, I know I've done the right thing. And then you didn't. So,
do you know what? I think it was quite good to see that from you because I'm not going to lie, for a long time, I didn't think you were a serious boy. I just think you wanted to just like whatever. But I feel like Kayla really got you in that mindset of like, you know what? I'm actually going to rein it in a bit. I
kind of ground him.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's partly, thankfully, to do with the workshops. And I have to say, Nick, he really, really opened my mind onto how to think deeper as well.
Yeah. So
like Nick and I would have like a little talks and that, and I'd speak a lot to him about Kayla and then in the workshops, I was a menace, man. Like I just spoke so much shit because I was scared to like get my emotions out.
Yeah.
Because I've always had barriers up, and Kayla like knocked down the wall.
Why have you always had barriers up?
It hurt me. So I actually I have always hid my emotions, and I don't like getting sad because I don't like that vulnerability to make me more sad. So nowadays I don't mind getting sad because I'm like, you know what, this is actually like a relief.
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing.
I'm not scared of sadness anymore. But I used to be dead scared of it. I was like, I don't want to get my heart broken. I know. I was like, I don't want to get my heart broken because it will really, really hurt me.
Yeah.
So I used to just be like, oh, I don't care. Like sweep it under the carpet, forget about it, and that never actually helped. So it's a bit tough, man. Like it's different now. It really is different.
He's boyfriend material now. I mean, just for me, but
yeah.
We're
trying. We're trying.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. And like,
because the long distance is not easy at all. You know,
Yeah.
like this past few weeks was the first time we've seen each other in 6 months.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
It must be really, really
Trying to
hard.
balance work
Really
with
hard.
like travel, but now I feel like hopefully, if I'm graced with it, the world's going to open up for me. I'll be able to be a lot more free and travel, and we can actually. Well, here's the thing: we filmed it like a year ago. For a full year, we've had to be confidential. So like we couldn't post each other, like we couldn't be seen
That
with
must
each
have been
other.
hard.
Very
Yeah.
hard.
I don't like not being shown off
Yeah.
Yeah.
at all.
But made sense though. You couldn't let the cat out of the bag at all. It really made sense. So we understood fully, and we were like, you know what? And we've done a really good job at being confidential.
Oh, we did.
We met up a few times in LA. She came to Scotland, and like I don't think anyone caught on.
Really?
Yeah. How did you say you met me?
I said I met him on vacation in Mexico.
Hey, that
No
was it.
way.
Yeah.
And people totally believe me because I'm one of those people, like, you don't even know what country she's in right now.
Yeah.
I'm here, there. It's like, you know a lot, kind of, because I'm all over social media and I'm posting all the time. But when you really look at it, you're like, you know very little.
Yeah.
Like, she's at a restaurant, but you don't know what restaurant and stuff like that, you know? So, I don't know. And I dropped it, like, a few hints over the years, but nobody caught on.
No.
Interesting.
We would drop little things here and there.
Just
but,
to, like,
no official.
you know, kind of for, like, ourselves.
Yeah.
Just for
That
ourselves.
we could look at and giggle because it's like my shoulders in it or
Yeah,
something, you know?
yeah.
Like, that's
Your
me.
finger.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, but very, very quickly,
Yeah.
back to the show
Yeah.
and Flavia. Now, obviously, when you two walked back from the day holding hands, you were absolutely livid. Like you were so upset.
I was mush.
Yeah. And at that point, what did you think was happening? Did you think, right, that's it, he's left me?
When I saw him walk in with the beautiful Flavia, I was like, hand in hand, I was like, that's me.
Yeah.
I finally lost a competition.
Yeah.
I did not win.
Yeah.
And I just felt my heart literally like fall out of my chest, and I was like, okay, I really like this boy, like way too much. And either then, like, if he had, I felt like gone with Flavia right then and there, I would have went back to like the whole shut my emotions off. Because we were very similar in that as well. Like, my protective barrier was like, why would I care? I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
But then him not doing
you got
it.
protective over him.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were done. I genuinely thought coming back, I was like, we're done. I was like, I've been on a date with another girl. I felt disloyal, or unloyal, or unfaithful. Disloyal, right?
All of them.
I felt disloyal because I was like, I've been on a date with another girl here, right? And I kept forgetting that she knew. Like, it's weird. It's a weird situation, but it's like, I kept forgetting that she knew I was on another date. So I was like, I've been on a date with another girl here. I was like, that's snaky, you know? So I thought, I was like thinking, I'm coming back here and she's going to finish with me because I've been on a date with another girl.
Yeah.
So even I was a bit nervous. And holding her hand was a step too far, wasn't it? It was good to watch.
Yeah, it was good to watch. It was good for us, but I don't know about you guys.
It's good to watch.
Yeah.
I think now it's good to watch, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's not good to watch, but it's fine.
Yeah. You're like, not 100%.
that episode is never going to be my favorite episode of the show. Never.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
I was actually rewatching a part of it with his sister because she hadn't finished the first part, and I was like, okay, right, you're gonna have to watch this episode on your own.
Ooh.
No.
I was like, I've already watched it. I can't.
Seriously?
I can't. It hurts when I see myself cry and how much I like
That's
you.
sad, Jane.
Like,
That's sad.
I'm like,
Why'd you do that for, man? Why'd you do that for?
Here's the
Nah,
thing. I know, it's sad.
It
It's
really,
sad.
but it really was what we needed to get to
Oh,
where we
yeah.
are now.
You know-
it
you
was,
know-
but it's hard to watch.
It's hard to watch, but here's the thing, right? You know how that saying goes, where it's like you don't know what you've got until it's gone.
Yeah.
We had that experience where it's like, okay, yeah, we like loved each. Well, did we love? We loved each other at that point. We just never said nothing, did we? It was like we had that moment of like, right, they've gone. I really like them. I really appreciate them. And then thankfully we had the opportunity to be able to get each other back, even though neither of us had done nothing wrong. And we hadn't fully lost them. That's how it felt. Like, it felt like when you went on your date with Sean, I was like, God, I've lost her.
Yeah, you were.
Especially he was a comedian.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm fucked. Because
But at that point, our relationship was just so much more solidified. That like, you knew I was coming back.
I didn't
to you.
know.
Can we talk about, Kayla, can we talk about what you did to put your mark on Seb? To put
Okay.
your mark in the relationship? Because I remember
Okay, let me
you were
clear
fuming.
my
you were,
name on this
you, were-
one.
you were talking about, you were like Flavia, like I think you said something like she pisses you off or whatever. Like, you were like, I want to make sure
Nah.
that Seb is mine. Boom. And you went there and you got him. And what did you guys do?
No. I want
Tell
to clear
them.
my name
Tell them what
right
they want to
now.
do.
What did you guys do? Because obviously the internet and the viewers feel like you guys went the full way.
This is how it's perceived, is that I solidified things with him because of the date and because of the jealousy, and that is not true. We were gonna have sex regardless.
I respect it. I respect
I
it.
did not. If I didn't want to go there with him in that moment, I wouldn't have had to keep my man. I wouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that,
Yeah.
and Flavia was nowhere in my mind in that moment. It was not to make her jealous, and it was not to solidify anything because
Yeah.
we were solid.
it was more the celebration, wasn't it?
It was
a bit of a
the
The
celebration.
celebration
It was
of
a
the bond
celebration.
and the
Yeah.
unionship.
Yeah, she left a mark on me. I put a dent in you, and that was that.
Literally.
No, but yeah.
Now, that was but having sex on the show was a big gamble because your fellow castmates, that's a big risk. Like, were you even aware of how much that would cost? Or did you just like do it and just not care?
We kind of just went for well, with Seb and I feel like we make each other in a trance.
Yeah.
And it's like when it's you and me, it's you and me. And like we were just doing whatever we wanted. And then after we were like, shit,
This
everyone's
thing was
gonna
like a
hate
full-on
us.
porno.
Wow.
You guys didn't see any of it.
Really? What's the
No.
tea? How long were you in there for?
How long?
I
I mean, probably about 4 pumps.
was like, bend me over.
Oh!
I respect it. Yeah.
And I think I look good. I tried to keep a straight face.
Oh yeah. Have you watched it back?
Well,
Yeah.
we've watched the scene,
There's
but
like
the
not
scene's
much
very
of
PG.
It's very PG.
PG.
I like the way they did it because
Yeah.
you know
It
my
was good.
family
It was good the
watches
way they
this.
did it. To be fair,
It was good. And actually, the loofah scene,
Yeah.
our first shower scene, was actually more explicit than
Wow.
Yeah,
sexy.
wasn't it?
It was.
The way
There
they
was more
showed
on
it,
that.
yeah.
Really?
And the tea tree.
Wow.
was-
And hold on, have family seen it?
Oh yeah, I had to
yeah.
warn them.
Awkward conversations, fine.
Well, we know each other's family. We did that prior to them watching the show, so we have our own like relationships with them, and so
But you
there
have
isn't
to have
as
the
much
conversation
shock.
and say, by the way,
Here's a script.
Exactly.
by the way.
This is what's happening.
Yeah.
And my mum's typical Latina. She was stressed.
Yeah.
She was like, your grandmother's going to see this.
Yeah.
You've disrespected the family. Blah, blah, blah. Have you ever watched Modern Family? My mum sounds like Gloria from Modern Family. So you can imagine her like proper Latina accent, like chucking in the odd swear word in like Spanish, you know? She was just a bit stressed. And then my dad, on the other hand, he was like, good lad, you know, you put the family map, you know, the family names on the map. But no, we said it respectfully. We wanted to share that with our families before.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It
mean,
was only fair.
it was only fair. If we could go back though, like, would I change it? No.
Nah.
Yeah.
No. Would I have sex on TV again? No.
Nah.
Yeah, but you did it with the right person.
But it was like,
This
look
wasn't.
at him.
No, this wasn't premeditated. This was like
No.
heat of the moment.
Spur of the
This is
moment.
what we want to do. This is
Enjoyed
what we
it.
want to do. Yeah.
Live your best life. One experience.
Yeah.
Why
I
not?
wouldn't have
Yeah.
sex on TV again.
Why not? Cool.
But I wouldn't do it again. But here's the thing. At that moment, I was like, wow, like I've done that. Well, I'm glad we've done it because it's like sometimes, right? You get the post nut clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
do.
You had post nut clarity.
It exists. It exists. It
Yeah,
exists.
do
It's a
women
thing.
have post nut clarity? Or?
if you make us nut.
Oh. Well.
Wow.
A lot of women
That's the
do
tea.
not
That's-
experience. A lot of women do not experience it.
So that's why you
because-
came back because I never made you nut.
Oh, no,
She didn't have the clarity.
No.
I'm joking.
He knows
But-
what he's doing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I had the post nut clarity, and the clarity was clear as day. I was like,
Fine.
I really, really like this girl,
Good.
so I'm glad we done it because
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, this is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to experience, and we did have a connection at that point.
Yeah.
Didn't we? So we weren't just breaking the rules for the sake of it. We didn't care about the airtime or nothing. We just thought this is right. This is what we're going to do.
It's good. You two were so solid in there. Why didn't you trust Kayla when she was on the date with Sean?
It's not that I didn't trust her, but I mean,
Well, but that's what it was. If you were to press that red button, it means that you don't trust her. So why? Why didn't you trust her? If all of this, if you were so comfortable, why did you press that red
Yeah,
button?
why? No, give me.
No, here's the thing. Have you seen Sean?
I'm not gonna lie. I was disappointed in you when you did that.
I know.
I was like, you don't have to, and you were so close, and I'm like, it's fine. Like, you two have such a stable bond, and you pressed it. I'm like,
No, I feel like I can
dude.
clear his name though because he knows me, and he knows I would have wanted him to do that. He knows I don't like. I'm so loyal.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want another man touching me, and I,
It was
everyone thought that I was gonna be upset that he did it, and I didn't look at it as him not trusting me. I looked at it as like
Him caring.
him caring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fruit, fair enough. Drinks, fair enough. But massage, as Creed says, massage of the bum. Nope. I'm pressing that red button, and I will do it again.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair play.
I mean, unless she's got a sore back,
Give me a high
then
five.
oh sorry. Unless she's got a sore back, I'll let somebody massage her. But this was
Right.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She didn't have a sore back.
It was just for fun and pleasure. At that
Yeah.
point. It was.
She might have if Sean kept massaging her. You know what I mean?
But let's talk about you now, the future. So are you two still in an official relationship?
No, we are not.
But we're working on it.
Yeah.
So
I think we
what
both
would you
like
call
to
it
be.
now?
A situationship.
Exactly. It is.
I
It was-
would say
yeah,
it's
but-
complicated, but like we're exclusive. It's complicated, but we're
Yeah,
exclusive.
We're
Exclusive's
exclusively complicated with
Yeah.
each
Yep.
other. But here's the thing. So, like, back in January, we kind of like called it a day, and it was the long distance was stressful. You know, work was in full. Like, you're back to normal. You're back to reality. Like, you've come off a show filming with a bunch of hot people. I came off loving a girl, and it's back to reality.
Yeah.
Like, so
We
it's
had to
tough.
kind of
Cold
like
Scottish Highlands. You're like, oh gosh, just.
Oh my
we
God.
needed to like
Started looking at the sheep, like.
You're right.
we needed to
Great to be
date.
back.
We never got to like date each other. That's what we needed to do. We needed a date, but then on top of that, we had all this distance in between us.
Yeah.
And what I tried to do at first was like fly straight to Scotland, and I stayed there for almost 2 months, and that was just like overwhelming because I don't have a life there.
Yeah.
I don't have friends there. Did I get extremely close with his family? Yes, and I love them to this day, and they love me. But it was just so hard. It wasn't doable at the time. But now I do feel like we've been waiting for this time of like, it will be doable. I know that.
I mean, we kept in touch all the time. You know, it was like, it wasn't like we had lost the fire. Well, we did kind of lose the fire a bit, didn't we? It got to a stage where it was like we had forgotten why we were so invested with each other at one point, and we've had this discussion, and like seeing her again just rekindled it all. Like we would start getting ratty with each other. Like we would, you know, when you forget what that flame's like and that feeling that you get, you start to just frustrate each other. And I was frustrating her like crazy. She was frustrating me, and but we always knew deep down that this is not what it feels like when we're together.
Right.
So we were just waiting on that moment to be together again. And then once that was the case, it was like, this is... When she came to London again, I was like, there's my girl.
Good.
You know? So it's like,
He's
we're working
also
on
just
things.
not a... He's bad at texting back. He's
I'm
not...
not...
He's not good at that type of stuff in person. Oh my God.
Well,
I've never felt more loved than in person. But it's like, over the phone, I can't get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and here's the thing. We were 8 hours of a time zone difference, right? So... You know, waking up at 6:30, 6:30, working on a building. I kind of do a bit of property stuff, working on a building site, Monday to Sunday. I've started another company that does kind of wellness products. Yeah. So it was like I was working so hard to be able to, when everything goes right, I just want to not relax, but have all my ducks in a row. So I was like, I would get home at like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, whatever it was. Yeah. She'd be awake, but I'd be so tired.
And then I'd be going to work.
She'd be going to work, and I would be so tired. All I wanted to do was just go home and go to bed because I knew I'd be waking up next day early. Yeah. So it wasn't that I was bad at texting back. I was just exhausted.
Yeah, he's still bad at texting back.
But now we're with each other a bit. I'm not great.
Even when I'm like, Seb, where are you?
I'm a FaceTimer.
He's the type that walks through the door 10 minutes like, hiya.
But I'm a FaceTimer. I'll see somebody text me and I'll just FaceTime.
Yeah.
I like a FaceTime.
Yeah. That's a bit annoying though sometimes.
Because he
doesn't need to be a FaceTime guy. I guess when you're in love, it's different.
He would want to be on FaceTime with me, and I'm like, dude, it's 2 PM. I'm in Target. Like, I cannot be on FaceTime with you right now. Love you so much, but this is irritating. And so like, we would just like, it was just things like that. Like, I'm not laying in my bed all cozy talking to you right now like you are. So
I was
just,
awkward,
you know?
Yeah, the time difference and everything.
It was frustrating. We'd have the odd bit of phone sex though.
Why not?
You've got to.
But now you're back linked up. Surely you're able to, rekindle that type of intimacy.
We are. There's all this chemistry, like coming back again, and yeah, we've had the odd bicker, but who doesn't? You know what I mean? We just bicker because she's tough.
He's a tough boy, and I'm a tough girl. We both have extremely high standards and expect a lot from each other, but we both also have a lot going on. But like, thank God our lives are intertwined.
But we're both in harmony right now. She's going through, like, I mean, I'm not being funny, mate. She's blowing up the most. You know, like Flavia was big, but Kayla certainly, she's skyrocketed. I think she's the most.
Growth.
She's been the most followed girl of the show.
Oh wow!
So it's like we're in sync. You know, like I've had so much love from people. My Instagram's kind of blowing up, and so like we're in sync right now. Like she's not jealous of what I'm doing. I'm not jealous of what she's doing because we're both on the same page.
Yeah.
So it's like we both completely get we get it.
Yeah.
I think it would be tough at this moment in time to be dating somebody else.
Nah, yeah.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You don't understand what you're going
But
through.
also too, if it wasn't you, I'd rather just be single.
Yeah. The DMs would be lit. Our DMs.
You see that?
Oh, that look.
You see what I deal with?
So right now we're gonna play a game called Sip It or Spill It. You will either spill the tea when I ask you a question and reveal and answer the question, or you will sip the tea and just withhold and just not respond. And I won't question you any further. You've decided to sip the tea, but remember, sipping the tea is just as shady as spilling the tea.
Period.
So if I sip the tea, do I then have to explain something?
No, if you sip the tea.
If you sip the tea, I won't even question you. I'll be like, fair enough.
That's like you. That's like you saying like, nah.
You're just not answering the question. Cool.
Can I sip right
Very
now just
quickly,
before you start?
Let's go. Cool. So the first question is.
That's too strong.
Let's go live. What's your biggest turn off about each other?
Say something.
Give me a
I'm dying to hear.
He's freaking out.
Yeah, I'm nervous. Don't touch me. I'm nervous, man. Better not be bad.
So you're now spilling your tea for the first one.
Yeah, okay, we'll spill it to you. Yeah.
Oh, my biggest ick that you do is when he gets a little frustrated with me on a phone call. He goes, all right, okay, I gotta go. I got something to do. He always goes, all right, okay. And I know if I hear that, I'm like, oh, right, okay. I hate that. I don't like that one. I'm like, you ain't going nowhere.
That's fair enough. Okay. But I do usually get a call through. I'm always on the
Oh, no, but there's two different types.
Yeah, when I'm,
There's the one
I
when
need to go.
Yeah, that's different.
That's real.
But then he'll go, all right, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, okay.
That
right,
one,
okay.
yeah.
And yours?
My biggest ick. You know what you do?
Mm.
And you never... She's got matches in the toilet, right? That's too much.
What?
She puts matches on. Every time she goes like for a shite, she'll light a match.
What, you mean for a candle?
No, it's a courtesy thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the smell of a match eliminates the smell of poo.
Really?
Tip for girls, keep a little
Except
match
it'd be
box.
nice to put the matchstick in the bin, but no, all over the sink. There's fucking matchsticks.
Ah!
There is.
Oh, are you saying I'm messy?
I was like, are you brush your teeth with the charcoal of the match right now, or are you just like?
I actually don't know what you're talking about because I put the match in the toilet and I flush it.
Sometimes.
Well, maybe you should have sipped
Well.
that tea.
Did I sip the tea?
No, it's too late.
Alright,
You just said
okay.
it.
I didn't expect that one. I didn't expect that one.
Cool. Who is the shadiest cast member? You can sip the tea or spill the tea.
Shady?
Shadiest and rudest cast member.
There isn't, man. We've been blessed with this cast. Who the fuck?
Yeah, you sip that tea, babe.
There's somebody.
Cool. The next one. Do you feel like you should have won the show? Sip the tea or spill the tea?
I personally felt like it was very even, in my opinion. Like, I felt like we had a 50-50 chance of winning.
But should you have won the prize money?
I don't feel like our cast members should have voted. I feel like Lana should have voted
I think.
herself.
Yeah, I think.
But, because, like...
But do you feel like you deserved to win that money?
I don't think there was a thing. I don't think it was all about deserving it or not. Because here's
I
the thing.
think the winners deserved it, but we deserved it as well.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was it. It was
I
like
do
That's actually how I felt, to be fair. I feel like we almost both did.
Yes.
I still
Yeah.
felt like I'd won. And you know what? When
Yeah.
I replied to a lot of the fans. It's weird saying this because I'm kind of fresh into this game.
Yeah.
But like I replied, like a lot of them. I get a lot of messages, be like, "You guys should have won," and I just simply reply, "Look, I
did.
still won.
Yeah.
I left that retreat with a best mate, right? A bunch of best mates, right? But me and Creed really, really hit it off.
Yeah.
I've left the treat with that. I've left the treat with the one prize that I wanted since day one, which was Kayla. You know what? See, the thing is,
We won.
we
in your own
won. We won. We won.
No, we did.
But
But
I'm
did we
gl-
also deserve to win just as much as the winners? Yes.
Yeah, of course. But you know what? Nick and Jawa deserved that.
Yeah.
There was no. If Nick and Jawa had won, they would have been getting messages. Sorry, if Kayla and I won, Nick and Jawa would have been getting messages.
And vice versa. Exactly.
They
Exactly.
deserved it, man.
Yeah.
The money at the end of the day is great, but you know it's not the be all and end all.
Right.
A connection, money can't buy.
Mm-hmm.
Money can't buy that, which we've got. So it's great, man.
That's a beautiful
I would do it all
message.
again.
I know you would. But guys, thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
me on the
Reality
show.
with Will.
Wait.
Thank you so much for having
Thank you
us.
guys. That was
This
really,
a
really good fun.
blast.
Give us a hug.
Thank
That was
you.
really good fun.
It's mad that I've been watching.